when we were in the green room, quote unquote. Okay, some of the things we talked about. So you were recently married.
Yes.
And we got into some deep conversation about what that was like for you, and some of the challenges that you had, and ironically enough, some of the things that we talked about were identical for you being in a same-sex relationship as me being in multiple heterosexual relationships.
It's the same. Listen, it's the same field, just different players.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely, just different players.
Right.
We run into the same issues that you guys run into, like
right.
financial issues,
right.
Communication, ironic sex,
right.
like somebody's not giving enough of it,
right.
or bad sex.
Right.
I mean, who didn't wash the dishes?
Right.
Same shit you did, what we did with too.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Same
right.
thing, just different places.
Okay. All right. Now, would you care to go into a little of the financial part that you were talking about earlier without going too deep into it?
The financial aspect of it, I feel like it was perceived as me being the aggressive one, or i.e. playing the male role.
Okay. All right.
That certain things were expected
of me
to carry the house.
Right.
Like you're the man of the house, so
right.
certain things you should handle, you should take care
right.
of. Mm-hmm. And in my perception was that if we did everything as a team and not more so as
right.
a gender
right.
role or title role,
mm-hmm.
that we would come out better. But I also feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's how society perceives it and how we're slightly brainwashed into thinking that.
Right.
So because you're the boy of our relationship, this is
right.
what you should handle. And I'm looking at you like
right.
you're not the girl of the relationship, but you're my partner.
Right.
Like we have to play as a team to win.
Right.
And it didn't work that way. And again,
right.
that was a lot to miscommunication and the lack of communication.
Okay.
Where it should have been discussed prior to
right.
trying to live in one unit together
right.
and reside together, that this is what needs to happen. So
right.
we just kind of went in there, all in love and all in
kind
honeymoon.
Yeah.
And then when things fell apart, I'm sitting there looking like, when I should have spoke up, and I didn't speak up. So
okay.
I ended up fitting the bill for a lot of unnecessary.
Right.
Yeah.
Another one of the other things that we touched on, and this is something that I never thought about, was if you've got a same-sex couple, but they've got a child from a previous relationship, engagement, and stuff like that, and there are a lot of idiosyncrasies that you've got to overcome.
Yeah.
I guess me being straight man and dealing with women with children in the past and stuff like that, it's not something that I would think that it's just something that you would think a same-sex couple would deal with, but they deal with the exact same shit. So.
Exact same shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. I find that when I deal with women with younger kids, it's easier to build a bond with them.
Okay. Yeah. Older kids, not so much.
Not
you ain't
so
my
much.
daddy, or you ain't my mama, or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like when they're in that early teen, it's still easier to build a relationship because they're still pretty basic at that point.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I feel like when they're older, and we're talking about pretty much legal older, it's harder to build that bond with them because it's kind of like, oh, who are you? And now you got to jump through hoops because you need the kid to like you for the mom to be like, oh, okay, this is acceptable. So when the kid don't like you and the kid whispering to the mama and the mama like, you said this. And then it's one of those situations where if you're dating a person with a kid, it's hard to determine, discipline wise, not like the physical beatings, because I still believe in whooping ass. I'm talking about just overall correcting a child for doing something that was wrong. Like, it's kind of like you don't want to overstep your boundaries, but then if you don't say anything, they're like, well, why you didn't say nothing to her and you let her do this? And you kind of like, well, the last time I said something to her, you flew off the handle, so I didn't say. It's like a lose-lose situation. So it's definitely one of them conversations that you have to sit down. You have to come to an agreement on what's acceptable and what's not acceptable.
All right.
Yeah, same stuff you go through.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.